فزعة فزعة. فحم
What did he do to you?
واحدة. ايوه ضربات عنف. علو المدفع جهزوه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سوف نلعب اليوم لعبة ديث ستراندنغ on the beach. كمل مرحلتنا يا اخوان. وصلنا هني في المنطقة تقريبا تولى طلب من وحدة تماثيلان. في الحلقة السابقة كنا في منطقة ثلجية، مرينا في ممرات صعوبية وقضينا أحد من الزعماء. نكمل مرحلتنا يا اخوان. لا تنسوا ان تدعمون بلايك اشتراك. هيا بنا بسم الله. اسميها الكناسة وغوف. نتحرك يا اخوان نستقبل الطلب.
Hello, Sam. Feeling rested and refreshed? I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry. You'll find it utilizes cutting-edge technology, the fruits of our recent research. Oh, and my mentor also asked that you deliver a hearty good day to Tara. Anyway, take on the main order and pick up the cargo.
Sam, you'll forgive me for using our private line again. I did a deep dive into the DHV Magellan's provenance. While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from Bridget's own accounts, just like the funding for Drawbridge itself. It would be fair to say that this would make it a government vessel, in effect. Charlie was involved in all of the relevant transactions as well. This only increases the likelihood that Charlie has connections to the UCA. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist, in which case these actions may have actually been the work of APAC. If everything, including the extension of network infrastructure, was simply a pretext for territorial expansion, then it's plain our company has made a grave error. Further investigation is warranted, but that will require a little more time, as will the DHV Magellan's repairs, for that matter. This is a delicate situation that requires caution, and we cannot afford to ignore the threat that Higgs poses either. As such, your best course of action is to continue to undertake main orders and prioritize linking up the remainder of the continent. As always, I will contact you if and when I learn more. Don't let us down, Sam.
Vehicle ready. Please drive carefully.
نحمل هاي القطع يا اخوان بالآلية. سيارة الوعرة أكثر. طلع لنا بالدقيقة.
Order accepted. Thank you.
اوكي يا اخوان، مهمتنا وين نوصلها هنا؟ المنطقة الثلجية. نمسح اللي سويناه قبل، نحطها عند سام.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
اوه دي زمان.
It's dead man. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Court Bridge Baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified, and now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB-00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB-28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB-00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place then.
نتحرك يا اخوان، وصلنا على المواد التي تلزمنا. طالعين الجماعة ريني تومورو فرجاي طلعوا السيارة. أطياف باردة.
There's a BT nearby.
ما بيني اواجهها، ما عندي اسلحة، ما عندي معدات. حلو شاحن هني نشحن نارية. وين المكان؟ هاي وشكلنا واصل. أخيرا وصلنا يا أخوان.
That's the way.
وصلنا توصيل.
Welcome back, Sam. I see you come bearing gifts. Just give me a moment to check your cargo. Sam, this cargo's in flawless condition. You're in a class of your own.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Here's a little something for you.
بيانات صورة مجسمة هاي تحطها بالأماكن.
We'll prep the main cannon for immediate use and look into making improvements to the other armaments as well. It won't be long now till the DHV Magellan is fully operational. Fragile and the others should be back soon too. Anyway, I'd better hurry up and see to the remaining repairs. Thanks again, Sam.
Sam, your next objective will also be your last. Terminal Fort Knot. To put them on the grid, you'll first need to link up the Southern Environmental Observatory. It's safe to assume that this final step will be the most challenging yet. For now, you should rest in the private room to ensure you're well prepared for what's to come.
وقد لو اتكلم ندهام
Sam, the next site you'll be putting on the grid is the Southern Environmental Observatory. But there have been some developments. Armed survivalists have established a base in between us and the observatory, and they've also set up some chiral jammers. Now, we won't be able to proceed with our plans until they're out of commission. And that's not our only concern. Ghost mechs have been spotted in the region. We have every reason to assume that they're making preparations to hinder our efforts. I'm afraid it's only going to get tougher from here on out. Once you've finalized your preparations, accept this main order from the delivery terminal.
اتكلم دلمان.
It's important to remember that defeating BTs isn't the same as eliminating a threat once and for all. These entities are simply being driven back to the world of the dead for the time being. While you were resting, Fragile and the others made it back to the ship safe and sound. They were able to procure all the materials we needed without any issue. Tarman has just finished installing our new main cannon. He said it will be some time before it's fully operational, though. Even so, the DHV Magellan has been restored, thanks to our combined efforts. Now, it's time for us to do what we can, to finish what we've started. Ah, yes. Pierre Southern of South Fort Knot, was it? To think his mentor was instrumental to the development of the DHV Magellan's propulsion systems. One could go so far as to say that he's one of our vessel's many fathers. The entire crew is working hard to get the ship in working order. But let's follow their lead and do what we have to do. So, operations at the Eastern Environmental Observatory are managed by just one man, all alone in the mountains. It must be terribly stressful. To survive in such extreme conditions, you cannot afford to let despair take root in your heart. Hope is an indispensable asset. Not to downplay the benefits of the cargo you brought, but the truth of the matter is that it won't make a difference for him that quickly. What no doubt served to give him immediate comfort was the presence of a helpful soul. You, Sam. Porters can be bearers of light for those struggling in darkness. Will not soon forget what you've done, nor the warmth that filled his heart when you arrived. Sam, No matter what misfortune may befall him, that adventurer is going to keep exploring the continent. I just know it. Is it the primal calling that compels him to make these journeys? Or perhaps he's become addicted to the thrills that come with experiencing the unknown. Regardless of his motivation, when I see how distressed his son is, I want to do what I can to get him home safe. Apropos of nothing, about that ghost mech we saw carrying what appeared to be a coffin on its back. I wonder if that coffin was somehow connected to the beach. I distinctly felt the presence of the dead from within its armor. If you could deal a blow powerful enough to bypass its defenses, it might be enough to stop it in its tracks. Failing that, you could always concentrate your attacks on a single location on its body. Sam, I heard what Victor Frank said about your BB pod. You used to have a different keychain attached to it in the past? Well, I don't blame you for forgetting. Barely any time has passed since you lost Lou. Terrible shock like that can affect our ability to recall all kinds of memories. We can talk about it on another occasion if you like. It can be good to reflect upon our past experiences when we have the liberty to do so. I've been mulling over the words Victor said to you earlier. He's gone, but he still feels so close. There's a universal truth in that sentiment. The closer we are to people when they're alive, the stronger the bond we forge with them in our hearts. No matter how much time passes, I still feel her presence. My daughters. No doubt you feel the same about Lou. One day, Sam, when you have a moment to spare, I'd like to tell you about my daughter and the strange events that changed the course of our fates. Apropos of nothing, I saw that you received EX capture grenades from the metagenomicist. Think, Nate, this is... You have to test... Apropos of nothing, you and Neil... Nevertheless, I say...
خلص المشروبات وأخذنا حجرة. الأولوية في مختلف. مظهر. أوكي. تحرك يا اخوان تفتح.
Did you sleep well, Sam? Repairs to the DHV Magellan are now complete. We're ready for you to chart our next course. The main cannon has been fitted as well, but it'll take a while for it to be calibrated. I'll let you know when it's ready for use. Anyway, the new and improved DHV Magellan is now at your service. Finish off anything you need to do out there. Then prepare to continue expanding the chiral network. We're counting on you, Sam.
دمر جميع أجهزة التشويش وضع التهديف على
Sam, this is Charlie.
Your next order requires that you accomplish two specific objectives. First of all, you are to proceed to the armed survivalist base and destroy all the chiral jammers you find there. So long as even a single one remains active, you will be unable to use your Cupid to link up the next facility. It is therefore essential that you remove this impediment before proceeding any further. Our latest reports indicate that there are hostiles on site who are equipped with electromagnetic shields. This would give them a significant defensive advantage, so engaging them head-on in a firefight may lead to a prolonged and difficult struggle. If you intend to go on the offensive, consider the properties of your weapons carefully before deciding which ones to bring with you. After you have destroyed all the chiral jammers at the enemy's base, head directly to the Southern Environmental Observatory. A contingent of ghost mechs has been sighted dangerously close to the facility. We need to bring it onto the chiral network before these mechs can get into position and prevent us from doing so. Once you've extended network coverage, the DHV Magellan can move there to provide support. There's no time to waste.
حلو تدعمنا ماجلان بيكون سلاح الفتاك. اوكي
Feels good.
نتحرك يا اخوان نطلع مع منطقة ماجلان هنا منطقتنا دمر كل أجهزة الأخرى. الحين ندخل في قطاع الطرق يا اخوان.
force needs to work, but how?
خلطنا عليهم كلهم. حطوا على الصندوق. استمر أجهزة التشويش.
No more jammers to worry about. Let's head to the Southern Environmental Observatory.
تم تدمير الأجهزة التشويش والتوجه إلى مرصد البيئي الجنوبي. خلصنا من المكان، ناخذ إشار ونتوجه سيده في المنحدرات، ندخل على الشبكة الكيرالية واتصل بالشبكة.
See that, Sam? Those ghost mechs up ahead haven't noticed we're here. Let's try and keep it that way, shall we?
Hey, Sam. It's Tarman.
We've almost finished making our adjustments to the DHV Magellan's main cannon. Once you've brought the Southern Environmental Observatory into the chiral network, that region will be within range of our weaponry. So feel free to let us deal with the remaining hostiles over there. Just focus on getting you and your Cupid to the observatory and putting it on the grid ASAP. You can do it.
قول عن وصلنا مرصد البي الجنوبي.
Managed to make it this far. The facility is in danger. We need to eliminate them before they attack.
Honestly, Sam, you're incredible. We should be able to connect the facility to the network now.
You're a welcome sight, mate. I'm sure we'd have survived if you hadn't shown up when you did. Let me check your order info. You went on a rampage. Bloody brilliant job.
أنا لا نهزم بس هو.
You know, I can't imagine what would have happened to this place if you'd never come along. I really can't. And now we can finally get on the chiral network. Connect that Cupid of yours.
Connection established without issue. That's a relief. Our staff have all been taking shelter underground on account of the emergency situation. But now I think we can relax a little bit. More accurate observations ought to help too. Speaking of which, we've detected abrupt chiral field disruptions in several locations. Indicative of plate gate emergence, I reckon. Keep expanding network coverage and we'll find out soon enough. Unfortunately, though, the tar currents near our facility are still looking awfully rough, so we can't declare our emergency resolved just yet. The DHV Magellan won't be able to join you here either. It's gonna take some work to get to the bottom of this mess. I'm afraid I can't do much for you given the circumstances, but I'll be sure to thank you properly later. Just know that we're all really grateful. Take care, mate.
Uh-oh! Guitar goblin!
You know, truth be told, I don't really care if you and your crew link up the continent or not. Because I'm here just for one reason.
Get up!
And that's to make you suffer. Can't kill a repatriate for good. Boy, you're about to learn. There's far worse things than dying. So, let's kick it off with some pain.
حركنا هيجن كل شوي يرد الحياة كل شوي يرد الحياة.
So, the moment you come back from the scene all covered in the stuff, flames roar to life, the body starts to burn once more. You will writhe in agony, and then you will die, and you'll return once more. Nothing you can do to get you out of it. It won't be long before the pain becomes more physical.
عودة الحياة. لايك
Y'all caught up now? And that thing and its colorful past? The whole child of a partner who betrayed you once upon a time thing, I mean. Yeah. That's it. Suffer for me, baby. There ain't no turning gazer for you, Sam. No crossing over to the other side. So suffer. Yeah. Suffer. Through the day you were born.
اسمي فحام. غدا فحامة.
I'll stay with you by your side. Close your tired eyes and I'll wait. And soon I'll see your smile in our dream. And and I
عشان يشوفونه. شيت الدم. وين مسافة طويلة إلى ما وصل المنطقة اللي يذكرها، منطقة اللي محددين لي إياها. يلا 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 يلا. طالع لو تشوفون تلاحظون الدم ينقص عندي 500 400. بس الشيخ واجهني وي وي. اها فزعة فزعة. tomorrow. فحم
What did he do to you?
طيب واحدة ايوه ضربات عن علو المدفع جهزوه.
Oops. Catch you later.
لقع فحم.
He's stuck in a loop of death and resurrection. Before his heart is completely incinerated, he returns to us. His body is restored only to be burned again. Don't! Even if you speed up time, the flyers won't die. Come on, Sam. Come on! I don't know what to do!
مطار مطار. وين لي؟ لي تستخدم عنده مهارة المطار. ايوه
We've extended chiral network coverage all the way to the Southern Environmental Observatory, and it's all thanks to Sam. His injuries have completely healed too. Deadman, by way of Hartman's Ha, said as much after he finished his examination.
Trust me, Fragile. I'm a doctor, and I know Sam's body better than just about anyone. He's doing fine. No need to worry. Thanks to a healthy dose of Rainey's Corfol, he's as good as new. Or right as rain, as you might say. Even for a repatriate to die and be resurrected so many times in quick succession, I feared the worst. It's a miracle he made it through.
I'm sorry to say that the tar currents near the Southern Environmental Observatory are still unstable. Consequently, we'll need to keep the DHV Magellan here to defend the facility for the time being. All things considered, paving the way to Terminal Fort Knott is a Herculean task, and Sam's going to have to dig deep to see it done.
Don't worry, Sam's up for the challenge.
Thanks to Tarman and Deadman's efforts, his Ha may have made a full recovery. But the same can't be said of his Ka. And this journey was also meant to give Sam's mind an opportunity to heal. Isn't that right, Fragile? Soon, we'll have linked up our final objective. This will mark the end of our travels together. Which means the time to have that conversation with Sam is fast approaching. I believe we should tell him sooner rather than later. But what do you think? Well, perhaps I should broach the subject first. Something wrong?
Lou's not looking right in there.
Here, show me.
اوه الدكتور.
What do you think? It's almost like Lou's fading away.
Is that so? And I'd say we're making progress.
I don't understand.
She asked me to help.
What?
Before we set out on our journey together, Fragile, she asked me to help you. To act as your therapist so that you could process the loss of your child. Sam, hear me out. Lou's been gone for a long, long time now.
No. Lou's right here. We just traveled across Australia together. I'll show you.
The pod you brought on this journey has been empty from the start. The truth is, I'm the one who's been operating your Odra deck, and it's because of that connection that I was able to share your flashbacks.
Hey, Sam. Can you take a picture of us?
الكبسولة اللي عطانا اياها الدكتور. شو سمعت؟ ناسي اسمه والله.
We decided not to dispute what you said you saw,
but to give you the support you needed instead.
كانت فاضية.
This way, we believed we could help you come to terms with Lou's death.
Wait, what do you mean Lou's death? What are you talking about?
Please understand, Sam. We never meant to string you along.
Fragile was only worried about you.
I couldn't stand to leave you there, broken. I wanted you to live, to move forward.
So from the beginning, Lou was never there. I've been alone this whole time.
You're wrong. Death can tear us apart. We'll always be connected.
No, we won't. Lou's gone. And that's that.
Trust me, Sam. We will always be with you, no matter what. You will never, ever be alone.
مين بحالة صدمة والله. طلعت الكبسولة فاضية من بداية الرحلة. هو يتخيله انه لو مكتوب بي 00 هي يعني 00 ما فيها شيء. نزله شابتر 10 يا اخوان. اسمي في حزينه. اوكي يا اخوان، بنهي الحلقة هني. ان شاء الله بكمل بالحلقة الجاية. لا تنسوا ان تدعمونا بلايك واشتراك، ونتمنى لكم يوما سعيد. مع السلامة.